This is your weekly celestial forecast for the week beginning June 19th, 2023, ASMR Whispering. So on Monday, we've got the moon in sensitive Cancer. Cancer's all about home and family security, protectiveness. So that's going to be the theme on Monday. Also, Cancer is all about our home, our renovation, our abode. So this is going to be a lot of our focus, our home situation, living situation, family, security, children, even with the moon in its own. In Cancer, it's very protective. And the moon is just past the trine to retrograde Saturn, and with Saturn retrograde now, Saturn is going to be a little bit more dutiful and possibly a little bit more frustrating with some delays. But with the moon just past the trine to Saturn, we're feeling awfully sensitive, and we're feeling very kind-hearted to those that are in need of our help. We are very attuned to suffering and the state of suffering and anything to do with anything medical, whether that's psychological, whether that is physical, which is very good with this even wide trine between the moon in Cancer and Saturn. However, the moon on Tuesday is applying a trine to Neptune. That's very good for our sensitivities. And Jupiter now is still in Taurus with the North Node. So our thoughts are all about making money. It's all about our values, anything to do now with food and the like, investments, you name it. And Uranus is in Taurus still, and it is making a square off. Well, the applying square with Venus and with Mars to Uranus. This is a very stubborn influence, so we want to open up and try to get along with others. We don't want to try to create issues, because Venus and Mars in conjunction with Leo wants to rule the show. And when there's a square off with stubborn Uranus and Taurus, we may find that we are very fixed on getting our way and taking action to what we believe is our truth. And that may cause some fireworks, especially where Venus and Mars are concerned in warm-hearted Leo. And yes, because Venus with Mars is a very physical influence. Do be careful about any conflicts in relationships, because this also could become very stubborn and strong-minded, and be careful of any issues with possessiveness in all forms of relationships because of this square off here, and that could create some conflicts. So try to put aside the need to be right or possessive, because Venus and Mars is also a very passionate influence. Although very attractive, it's also in its way very aggressive and intense, so tone down the intensity if you can. And Venus and Mars squaring off Uranus is also a time where there could be group conflicts, because Uranus is connected with the public and the public eye. So we'll have to be also cautious of any random or sudden blow-ups, or that word again, conflicts, disputes, and so on, especially over issues 20th of June, and the moon is in late Cancer, but on Tuesday we're feeling a little touchy because of this opposition to retrograde Pluto at 29 degrees critical, and Pluto retrograde intensifies the connection with Pluto because it rules Scorpio. So with retrograde Pluto, this is about the powers that be, and because it's in Capricorn, it's about structure. There could be a sense of frustration because of duty, or the lack of duty, the lack of responsibility, and because it's in Capricorn, the powers that be may be a little bit more high-handed and grim, and this opposes the very sensitive, nurturing sign of Cancer moon. So there could be issues regarding children, could be issues regarding anything with authority, so look out for conflicts with authorities. In all ways, we may find out there are authorities overstepping their bounds. There may be frustrations with a living situation, home, family, you name it, because of this opposition between the retrograde Pluto and moon in sensitive, security-minded Cancer. And Mercury is in Gemini in its own, very intelligent, and that is within about a week, or just over a week, applying a square off to nebulous Neptune. So it's not quite in a square, but it is applying, so we're feeling like maybe something isn't right. The talk now is about secrets and deception. Who's telling the truth? Who's not telling the truth? Even in our personal life, we may question or start to question those closest to us, or we may simply be confused about what somebody is saying. Also, Mercury is connected with communications, and that can be all forms of communications with technology, computers, you name it. So there could be a breakdown, not just with discussions, because individuals may be confused about, or we may be confused about each other's intent, but what we're saying may not be very clear. Also, the sun is at 29 critical Gemini, and that actually does make a square off to Neptune. So Monday and Tuesday, yes, there's that theme about being clear about what we want, what we don't want. And with Gemini, because it is about communications, yes, there could be issues with computers, technology, social, anything. And also, Gemini is connected with the third house. So, yes, we will have to be very cautious about travel. So if you are traveling, be very up to snuff on your travel plans, your itinerary. Make sure your vehicles are okay, because this is all Gemini issues. Monday and Tuesday squaring off nebulous Neptune. And Jupiter is still in the money-oriented sign of Taurus. So issues regarding food or values, the second house, are going to be very prominent now. So let's look ahead to the next day, which will be Wednesday. Yes, indeed. conjunction. Well, Wednesday is the day we want to show off a little bit. There could be some fireworks in the love department. It's very expressive. It's very energetic. However, because this square off with Uranus, we don't want to be overly possessive or overly intense with regards to our relationships. We just want to be warm, which is the wonderful positive side of Leo, warm-hearted, kind, understanding. We want to express our individuality, and this is a day about all forms of creativity and expression. Yes, it's a good day for all of that, but you have a square off with unique, unpredictable Uranus. So this may also be a day, although we want to take center stage, we could be met with those that are wanting to do the same thing and get that attention, and that could create some opposition with the square with Uranus and Mars, Venus, and the moon. And because the moon is now with Venus and Mars, there could be some public shows of intensity or passion, and that may get into the public eye somehow. So if you don't want to seek attention for passion, possessiveness, and intensity in relationships on Wednesday, this is a day to tone down the volume a little bit when it comes to love and relationships. But hey, if this is a day you want to really express yourself and who you are and your originality, Wednesday is your day. Yes, indeed. Very, very creative and abundance of really love and affection. So let's look to the next day, which is Thursday. Yes, indeed. Thursday is the 22nd of June. And look at that, kind of like Wednesday, you've got this Venus-Mars-Moon conjunction. And what is the moon? The moon is all about the masses. Yes, so there could be a lot of attractiveness now connected with famous people, celebrities, and because we've got Venus-Mars with the moon, there's going to be a lot, and squaring off Uranus, there's going to be a lot connected with love and affection, with beauty, and with fashion, anything to do with the entertainment business, both on Wednesday and Thursday. So don't be surprised if there may be some celebrities in the news because of relationships. That's kind of a big deal. But hey, as Wednesday, Thursday is the great day for creativity and especially speaking your mind within your relationships, because Mercury is very intelligent in its own of Gemini, and it is making a sweet sextile to this beautiful Leo's razzle-dazzle stellium. But do tone down the intensity because things could get out of hand in the love department on Thursday. Yes, indeed. That's going to be the theme Wednesday and Thursday, love, relationships, and showing off a little bit and our creativity. And so let's look forward another day, and we are coming into Friday. Yes, and now it's just a little bit of a different tone on Friday because we've got the moon in Virgo, Picky Virgo, and Virgo is connected with the 6th house. It's about health and wellness. issues with cleanliness. Yes, issues with our pets or animal friends. And definitely some concerns in the medical area that could be psychological, that could be physical, you name it. Because Virgo is very fussy and very exacting and hardworking, and Saturn in Pisces, especially retrograde, is all about structure. So there could be an issue with structure or structures or anything to do with anything that is not up to snuff just right. But again, basically going back to that theme of anything medical, psychological, there may be some issues with people that are a little bit unstable in the news. You name it, because of this opposition between the moon in Virgo and Saturn in Pisces. And there is a beautiful earth-water sextile between the moon and the sun. So that kind of adds to this need to make corrections in the area of like psychology, anything to do with children's interests, or anything to do with real estate. This is all going to be very notable on Friday, yes, and the moon is making a trine to Jupiter. Oh, that's very good. It's very grounded, because Jupiter is all about our values, and it's the second house, and it's about money. And the moon in Virgo is extremely sensible and very practical. So our thoughts are going to tune to organization, anything to do with money, and possibly anything to do with business and finance. That's going to be our focus. On Friday, however, the moon, come this weekend, is applying a square off to Mercury. So there's some building of confusion again, as we met up with a couple days ago. So be very careful about expressing what your emotions over the weekend, because the moon is in Virgo and it's very sensible, it's very practical. And when you've got Mercury in its own and very intelligent, Gemini, we can express ourselves very well with, but with the moon in exacting Virgo, we may be very picky-pokey about details in business on Friday. So make sure Friday you don't sign on the line. Make sure if there's any conversations that are important that come up, that theme as a couple days ago, that you are very clear, especially because there's the opposition to Saturn. So this is the time that you may feel frustrated on Friday because you want to just get going, and you may feel held back because there are some delays ahead. But I love this trine between Jupiter and the moon in Virgo. It kind of gives us some sensibility, and it kind of gives us more focus on our goals, and really focused on organization, our health, wellness, money, you name it. So focus on that on Friday, and that may override some of the frustrations with communications. And let's look another day, and we are now into the weekend of Saturday, June 24th, and the moon is in Virgo, and it's applying that official square off with Mercury in about a day. So yes, for the next few days starting on Friday, we may feel, yes, that theme again, like earlier in the week, is somebody being honest with us. Maybe some of the paperwork or So Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's a great time for cleanup, organization, hard work, diet, exercise, but here too we may have some confusion. So this is just the day you want to focus kind of on behind the scenes, just kind of doing your own thing, because if you get into any kind of discussions, well, that may cause some delays. So it's best just probably to work alone and kind of do your own thing on Friday, but especially Saturday and on Sunday. And the moon is also going to be applying a trine to retrograde Pluto on Sunday and applying a trine to Uranus. So as far as issues with regarding the unusual or any kind of disagreements that we had earlier in the week on Saturday, we're going to kind of try to smooth things over, but there we have that trine to Uranus again. So that's very good with the moon, and it's great because we will have a very unusual approach to all sixth house matters, like that theme, diet, exercise, anything to do with our pets, and anything to do with hard work and the details. So Saturday we're going to find ourselves, yes, even on a weekend, very hard at work and very detail oriented, perhaps going over issues from the past and trying to clear things up. But let's look ahead to Sunday, because then there's going to apply this opposition to Neptune. So let's look at the final day of the week, and it is Sunday, June 25th. And now there is the official opposition with the moon and Neptune. Goodness, this whole weekend is certainly first with the moon in Virgo and the opposition with Saturn. So as aforementioned, there's going to be issues with mental health, issues about structure, breakdown about structure. And that theme also remains to some degree on Sunday. But on Sunday, because we've got the opposition between Neptune and the moon is all about what it's about, our feelings. So we're going to be kind of wrestling with some feelings that we have regarding our health. We may have some health issues that come up, or issues regarding counseling, physical health. All this is pretty much taking up Sunday. If you want to start a diet, this is not the day to begin. Or there could be issues regarding food, or anything regarding organization, cleaning, work. Is your work up to snuff? Confusions with work communication, confusion. So don't take on anything serious regarding sixth house matters on Sunday. And Mercury is making an out of sign conjunction with the sun, so at least we're going to feel a little bit more confident in our communications with each other. But yes, now we have the official square off with nebulous Neptune on Sunday. So this is now in a D square with Neptune, the moon, and Mercury, the communicator. Oh no, we're back to that secrets and confusion and deception theme on Sunday. This is a time, really, it's not the time to sign anything. Take this Sunday and just relax, kind of reflect. And that's what Neptune is about, reflection. uncertainty, so we're kind of feeling a little bit low on energy on Sunday. So this is definitely a Sunday to take it easy, but you've got the Cancer Sun making a beautiful sextile to Jupiter, so it's very good for finance. It's very good for planning your goals and the future, and we've got a trine with Saturn with the Sun now, applying trine, well, actually in kind of a wide trine to Saturn. So we are very attentive to our sense of responsibility and getting things done. But because of this T-square, it may be a bit hard getting going. So this is the time when you want to do more or less some behind the scenes planning. And if you can just take it easy on Sunday and write a lot of your goals down and not really communicate too much, and do some behind the scenes investigating if there are some health concerns, well, this too shall pass, because the moon is soon to go into the sign of Libra. Very late Sunday, early Monday morning. So the energy will change for sure come Monday from one of confusion to one of more confidence and more energy than over this weekend, but especially on Sunday. And there is a trine from Pluto to the moon. Oh, that's very positive. So on Sunday, we will very likely have better relations with those authorities, but we still have to be careful because Pluto is retrograde, so this doesn't put Pluto in a very good way on Sunday or during the duration of Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. However, with the trine to the moon, that gives us some kind of personal assurance that any projects, because it's the 6th house connection with the moon in Virgo, that we are working on now, or anything connected with business work, so have you. Pluto retrograde gives us the determination and the focus, no matter what, to carry it through. So that's one positive aspect with this trine between the moon in Virgo and Pluto powerhouse in Capricorn. We are going to be very focused, no matter how much web of confusion may be out there. And the moon is squaring off Mercury. Yes, as aforementioned, just be very clear in your communications. Be on the lookout for any frustrations because of that sense of deception or uncertainty or confusion with any form of communication, social media, computers, technology. Take this Sunday and just look forward to some good Sunday downtime. That's what Sunday will be very productive about, for sure, and behind the scenes planning. So until the next weekly celestial forecast, many, many blessings.
If you'd like to get in touch with me, my contact information is down below. I give one-on-one readings and written reports. Please subscribe to this channel and press the bell notification. Until next time, many, many blessings.